welcome back to part 2 of my final scene walkthrough. We're gonna go talk to Simone again. And possibly Brady.
On your stage name? I'm thinking Samantha Quick.
You love it, right?
I think your phone's about to ring.
Love ya.
So, Simone, what she just said, that's like Nancy Drew lore right there. Samantha Quick comes up in some later games. The Phantom of Venice and The Silent Spy, which is really cool. I would hate to have her as an agent, though. She's just not a very nice person, and it's kind of rubbed off on Brady, too.
Need any help?
Talk to you later, Brady.
You betcha.
Okay, so we can't really talk to them right now. So we'll go back up here. We'll try talking to Nick one more time. I think we can talk to him about what we found in the safe.
How goes the search?
I found some of JJ's personal documents inside a secret panel in the basement.
Well, don't just stand there. Start breaking it down.
Did you ever hear about a challenge that JJ Thompson issued to Harry Houdini back in 1925?
Yeah, and?
JJ put up a big reward for this Houdini challenge. He must have thought the escape was impossible, but Houdini did it. And JJ didn't have the reward money.
What does this have to do with the ownership of the theater?
From what I can tell, JJ had to give Harry Houdini 50% of the theater as the reward.
Ha! Serves that swindler JJ right. Nancy, do you realize what this means?
I'm working on a couple of theories.
If Thompson didn't own the whole place, then whoever inherited it from Thompson doesn't legally own the whole place either.
Which means they don't have the authority to knock this building down.
We've got to find out what happened to his half of the ownership. You keep looking for Maya. I've got a laptop out in my van. I'll get online and do some research. Check back soon.
Catch you later.
Fight the power.
I love the way he says that. I've got a laptop out in my van. So.
County Administration, 314-555-3309.
So there is the number we need for the county. We'll see if we can give them a call.
Nancy?
Oh.
It's Joseph. Wait till you see this. Come to the projection room.
That just scared me so much. I forgot. Joseph's constantly summoning us to the projector room.
Nancy, take a look at this.
Oh my gosh, Maya's press pass.
Brady found it.
Found it? Where?
He didn't say. Give the police a call, and then you better go back to your hotel and get some rest.
Just when I have a lead? No way! I've got to keep searching.
You won't be any help to Maya if you get too tired to think.
Well, I guess you have a point there.
Go ahead and use the phone in the ticket booth. I'll be down in a minute.
Okay. Well, at least we have some evidence now. Maybe the police will take us seriously. Okay, we'll give them a call.
St. Louis Police Department.
Missing Persons Unit, please.
Please hold. Missing persons, this is Ramsey.
Hi, Sergeant Ramsey. This is Nancy Drew. I spoke to you earlier today about the disappearance of my friend, Maya Wen.
Hello, Miss Drew. You're calling to tell me that you found your friend, I hope.
I wish that were true, sir. No, she's still missing. I'm calling to report that I have the evidence you asked for.
What did you find?
Someone else here at the theater found Maya's press pass. It was clipped to her shirt when she went into the dressing room. It must have been torn off when she was kidnapped.
Or it fell off. Or she just tossed it.
Maya is very serious about her work, Sergeant Ramsey. She never goes anywhere without that pass, and she would not willingly leave it behind.
Is the pass damaged in any way?
No.
Was anything disturbed in the area where it was found?
I don't know. I'm not the one who found it.
Okay, well, thanks for checking in, Miss Drew. If Maya hasn't turned up by tomorrow, we'll definitely be out to investigate. Someone will take a look at the press pass then.
But you said that if I found evidence, you'd investigate the theater today.
I'm sorry, Miss Drew, but we can't go chasing after every kid who decides to take a leave of absence. The vast majority of missing juveniles disappear of their own accord, and they reappear when they're good and ready.
You have to believe me. Maya would never play this kind of game. Nicholas Falcone said he thinks somebody is using her to make a statement.
Nicholas Falcone? Is he involved in this? Are you involved with him?
Haddett is demonstrating against the demolition in front of the theater. Nicholas has set up shop in the lobby. I've spoken to him. I'm not involved with him.
Are you aware of the allegations against Mr. Falcone's character, Miss Drew?
Allegations?
Nick Falcone operates according to his own rules. He'll do just about anything to save a theater, and he's not afraid to use extreme tactics.
What kind of extreme tactics?
You name it. Vandalism, sabotage, chaining himself to demolition machinery.
Is that right?
And last year there was a situation over in Nashville. Just when the oldest theater in the city is about to be torn down, and mind you, Haddett is there in full force, a girl goes missing. So happens she's the daughter of the demolition boss. They go crazy looking for her. There's a call, just like the one you described. Anyway, to make a long story short, the demolition is called off. And 3 weeks later, the girl is seen snuggling up to Falcone in a Memphis coffee shop.
Are you suggesting Nicholas is staging this thing?
I'm just saying that there's more to situations like these than meets the eye. Nick Falcone is a real operator and he likes to humiliate the police. I'm not gonna jump on the bandwagon here with this whole Royal Palladium thing and let him make my unit look like a bunch of chumps.
I see.
So you aren't gonna have any credit with us if you join ranks with him.
Does he have a criminal record?
Oh, minor stuff. Disorderly conduct, trespassing, yada yada yada. But Nick Falcone can slime his way out of a sticky situation like no one I've ever seen. Unfortunately, there's no jail sentence for being a royal pain in the neck.
There are no good citizenship awards for it either.
Look, I know you're worried, but for now, there's nothing we can do. And there's nothing you can do either. Why don't you go home and get some rest? I'm sure you've had a long day.
Well, this has been very informative, Sergeant Ramsey. I'll talk to you tomorrow.
Good night, Miss Drew.
Okay.
I heard the whole thing, Nancy. Go get some sleep. I'll keep an eye on things till morning.
Joseph has a way of popping up everywhere. Day 2. Deepest sympathy. Planning a funeral is such a dreadful pain. Wouldn't you rather just stop the demolition? Wow. So there's some missing posters for Maya. I always thought it was kind of funny that they posted her complexion, like part oily, part dry. Like, me too, girl, me too. But of course, Brady has his shining moment. Why he's listed on Maya's missing poster, I have no idea. Ugh. So disgusting. So now, let's go ahead and call county administration.
Records, Madeline speaking.
Hi, I'm looking for the blueprints for the Royal Palladium Theater. Do you have them on file?
Are you a county employee?
No, just a citizen on a mission.
Okay, well, we do keep blueprints on file. Let's see. The computer says there are 2 sets for the Palladium, 1923 and 1956. Do you have a preference?
1923, please. The originals.
Would you like to hold while I retrieve them?
Sure, thanks.
Ma'am?
Yes, I'm still here.
It's very strange, ma'am. They're gone. gone.
Gone? You mean someone checked them out?
Oh, we don't allow people to check them out. You can bring the blueprints to our reading room and study them there, but they're not supposed to leave the building. I can't imagine where they could be. Hold on, let me see if Charles knows.
I love this hold music.
Ma'am, this is so strange. Charles says some guy was just in here looking at them a few days ago.
What did he look like?
Hold on. Hello? Charles said the guy had a hat on. He never really got a look at the guy.
Was he young or old?
Hey, Charles, young or old? Energetic is all Charles remembers.
Okay, well, my name is Nancy Drew. I'm working on some things over here at the Royal Palladium. Could you do a search for the blueprints?
Sure thing. I'll put in a find request. Call back in 5 to 7 business days.
Next week? Oh, I'm afraid I don't have that kind of time. Is there any way to expedite the search?
I'm afraid not. The guy who does our misplaced materials searches just returned from a month of paternity leave, and he's swamped.
I see.
This is urgent?
Yes, it's urgent, all right. But I'll figure something out. Thanks, Madeline.
Good luck.
Bye.
Let's go talk to Joseph again.
I'm sorry you had to see that wreath, Nancy. It's disgusting.
This is one creepy kidnapper, that's for sure.
Let's hope the kidnapper just did this to scare you.
Like I'm not scared enough? Like I don't know time is running out?
The phone's been ringing off the hook all morning. I don't know how the press got a hold of this, but they're all over it like ants on a picnic.
Where did those missing posters come from?
I can't say for sure, but I could make an educated guess.
Are you thinking of a certain Hollywood agent we know?
Can you believe the way she diverted all of the attention away from Maya and used the poster to promote Brady as the big hero? This shouldn't be happening. It's all backwards.
The police told me Nicholas Falcone is known for using extreme tactics to further his political causes. Why are you letting him use the lobby as his headquarters?
Nicholas has been hanging around this theater since he was a little boy. I know how torn up he is about the theater. This'll be over soon enough, and then he'll go home. I don't think he's dangerous, for gosh sakes.
Gotta go now.
Atta girl.
Okay. Let's go talk to our other suspects. There's Nick. Let's go talk to him.
Nancy, what's the 411?
You didn't tell me kidnapping was part of Activism 101.
That's all hearsay, Nancy. They got no witnesses, no testimony, no nothing.
So you have or have not used kidnapping to further your causes in the past?
I am not an eco-terrorist, and I would never orchestrate the temporary disappearance of anyone who wasn't in on the plan and down with the cause.
There's nothing I hate more than a bold-faced liar, Nicholas. Remember that.
All right, Officer Nancy, chill out, will ya? I'm on your side.
Tell me about your relationship with the police.
All I know is they like to dig through my garbage and follow my van. Does this face say America's Most Wanted to you?
Joseph told me that the St. Louis Historical Society is in the process of trying to declare this building an historical landmark.
They've been in that process for years. It's all just a big wad of red tape, a bunch of bureaucratic hocus pocus. Had it's about action, not paperwork.
Catch you later.
Fight the power.
I love Nick's quotes in this game. Fight the power. And does this look like the face of America's Most Wanted to you? Okay. Let's see if we can talk to Brady and Simone.
Have you seen the posters? Aren't they fabulous?
That picture of Maya is the one from her press pass, isn't it?
Yes. Thankfully, she's photogenic.
What if she wasn't photogenic? Would you be less interested in helping her?
Not necessarily. I just have to be more creative about my publicity if I couldn't use photos. Brady's out plastering those posters all over St. Louis and every podunk town for 50 miles. He's due back at any time, though, for the press conference.
Well, isn't Brady just a saint?
Press conference?
I've invited the press here today to report on Brady's commitment to solving this case. You know, a few questions, a few photo ops, no big deal. That funeral wreath was awful, wasn't it?
What do you know about that wreath?
I had it moved out front for the press conference. We want the press to know just how heartless this kidnapper is, don't we? Then it's all the more fabulous when Brady saves the day.
I think your phone's about to ring.
Bye now.
Okay. Let's go talk to Brady.
How are you holding up?
Thanks for finding Maya's press pass. Where was it?
I found it in the basement. The balcony. It was the balcony.
Great job on the posters, too. You market yourself like a real pro.
Please, Nancy. It's not me.
I guess I should have my eyes checked. I could have sworn that poster was all about you.
It's Simone. She's relentless. I'm just a hostage on her runaway bus.
That's funny. I don't see any gun to your head, just a wad of money dangling in front of your nose.
It's more complicated than you think. Listen, I've got to get ready for this press conference. I'll talk to you later.
Press conference. Wow. It would be so scary to know somebody has been kidnapped and you only have so much time to help them. Okay, let's talk to Ned and Bess.
Hello?
Hi, Ned.
Hey, detective. Any leads?
According to Joseph, the St. Louis Historical Society has been scrambling to get the Royal Palladium declared an historical landmark.
And that would prevent the demolition?
Right.
So what's the holdup?
Joseph thinks someone downtown is stalling.
Maybe someone who wants the demolition has been greasing some palms.
Probably. It's a shame because Joseph seems to think they're close.
I wonder if this kidnapper is just trying to buy a little more time. What does Mr. Falcone have to say about the Historical Society?
It was pretty cynical. Said the whole process was a bunch of hocus pocus.
Perhaps Mr. Falcone is using cynicism to disguise his true feelings.
There's this cool machine in the lobby that makes souvenir keys. You can make a key in any shape and call it the key to your heart. I wanted to make one for you. Not that this is any time to think of souvenirs.
Maybe after you solve the case, detective.
Well, besides the fact that I don't have time for distractions, the machine is out of order.
Phew, that's a relief.
What's that supposed to mean?
Nancy Drew, you know the key to your heart would be much too big to carry around on my keychain. I'd probably throw my back out.
Good point, Mr. Nickerson.
Anyway, it's the thought that counts.
That was sweet.
Harry Houdini must have been quite a character.
What makes you say that?
Oh, it just sounds like he was so generous and passionate about his craft. Everyone loved him.
Any theories yet on what he did with his half of the theater?
No, but I highly doubt he was generous enough to give his half back to old J.J. Thompson.
That wouldn't have been an act of generosity anyway. It would have been a lapse in judgment.
I'm trying to decide what to do next. Any thoughts?
Check with Nicholas to see if he's come up with any leads on Houdini's relatives.
Bye, Ned.
Bye, Nancy.
Hello?
Bess?
And George, too. What's new, Nancy?
I took Joseph's advice and called county administration to see about the blueprints for the theater.
He sounds like a big help.
Yes, but the woman on the phone said that the blueprints are missing.
Official records? Missing?
She said that a man was in last week looking at them, but they haven't been seen since.
The kidnapper?
Or a certain smoldering sidekick?
Well, whoever it was, they must have taken the blueprints with them. How on earth am I going to find all the secret rooms and passages in this place now?
I'm not worried, Nancy.
Me neither.
You could probably find a secret passage in a paper bag.
Are you kidding, George? Nancy could find a secret passage in a blueberry muffin.
When I spoke to the police about Maya's press pass, they said that Nicholas is known for using extreme tactics, and that he might even have been involved in a staged kidnapping last year in Nashville.
You don't think Maya could be mixed up with him somehow, do you?
No way. Maya expresses her politics by writing about them. You know, the pen is mightier than the sword. She and Nicholas Falcone don't even speak the same language.
I think you're right, George. But Sergeant Ramsey said I wouldn't have any credit with the police if I joined forces with Nicholas.
Who said anything about joining forces? After all, he's still a prime suspect. But that doesn't mean he's not a valuable source of information when it comes to the theater.
She's right, Nancy. As long as he continues to shoot off his mouth, you want to be around to take notes.
Simone has called a press conference. I'd like to hear what's being said, but I get the feeling I'm not welcome.
Beth, are you thinking what I'm thinking?
Here's what I'm thinking. When has the lack of an invitation ever stopped Nancy Drew before? Is that what you're thinking?
Bingo!
So you think I should just barge right in?
Better yet, why not just listen in? That way you know things that Simone and the others don't know you know. You know?
Beth has a few rocks in her mouth, but she's right. And besides, there's another good reason to keep a low profile.
I know what you're thinking, George. When the cats are away,
the detective mouse will snoop.
Ah, you have a point there, ladies. This might be my only chance to get some,
Insight?
Yes, some insight into the lives of my suspects. Good idea.
We're full of them. Right, Beth?
Chock full. Bursting at the seams. We're practically idea-phoric.
When I arrived at the theater this morning, someone had delivered a funeral wreath.
What?
Isn't that creepy?
You don't know who it was from?
It was from the kidnapper, I assume. The note said something like, wouldn't you rather stop the demolition than plan a funeral?
Since when do kidnappers have the time to special order flower arrangements?
Apparently this kidnapper isn't afraid of the limelight.
Look at the bright side, Nancy. If you find out who sent that wreath, your case is as good as closed.
Nicholas told me that his grandmother did a lot of the artwork inside the theater, but that J.J. Thompson, the original owner, never paid her or even gave her credit for it.
That's terrible!
I can see why he's so dedicated to saving the theater, then.
Yeah, I'd like to learn more about this J.J. Thompson.
Maybe you can help Nicholas get his grandmother the credit she deserved.
I told him I'd keep my eye out for anything that would prove her connection to this place.
I wonder if J.J. left any of his personal effects behind.
If he did, I'm sure they're gone now. His kids must have cleared the place out when they remodeled in 1956, a few years after he died. That's when it became a movie theater.
You never know, Nancy. If there's one thing your detective work proves every time, it's that old buildings are the keepers of old secrets.
Let's just hope this building lives long enough to tell.
Okay, you two. I'll talk to you soon.
Watch out for weird people!
I love that quote, too. Watch out for weird people. Okay, let's talk to Nick again.
I got the number. I left it in the ticket booth. This woman isn't a Houdini herself. She's the widow of one of Houdini's cousins.
But it couldn't hurt to give her a call. I'll get right on that.
Okay, folks, we're about to get started here. Mrs. Mueller and Mr. Armstrong will do their best to answer all of your questions in the time
now
allotted.
we can listen
But
in
let's
on the
proceed
press
with good manners, shall we?
Thank you, all, for coming. I'm only sorry that the circumstances of our meeting are not more festive. Wouldn't it be nice if we were all gathered here today to revel in the blockbuster success of Brady Armstrong's new movie, Vanishing Destiny? Wouldn't we all prefer to turn our attention to record ticket sales and the squeals of delighted fans across the nation. But, alas, we have come together today over tragedy, not triumph. I've called this conference specifically to let you know, and I trust you will take it upon yourselves to inform the world, that Brady Armstrong will not rest. The greatest performance of his career will not be unveiled until Maya Nguyen...
Hey, lady, you're breaking my heart. But isn't her name Maya Wynn?
Until Maya Wynn is returned to her friends and family, safe and sound. Already, our real-life hero has searched this theater and uncovered important evidence. Already, he has driven 200 miles in a rent-a-car, no less, distributing missing posters to all the outer-lying regions of this great city. You see, Brady Armstrong is a hero and a regular guy, all rolled into one.
Ooh, I'm swooning.
Put a sock in it, Mr. Camouflage. And now, without further ado, I'd like to open the floor up to questions.
Is it true that the girl was at the theater to interview Brady Armstrong? What was the interview about?
Mr. Charmstrong, do you find your fans respond to you more in your chicken suit or in your curly wig?
Did anyone hear her scream?
Ms. Mueller, you're his agent. Chicken suit or curly wig?
Any speculation of where the kidnapper's hiding her? Where did this funeral wreath come from?
Isn't it a little unusual for a movie star to help with a kidnapping like this?
People, one at a time. Brady.
Well, with all of my experience on the silver screen, I feel well prepared to save the day in St. Louis.
Do you think the kidnapper is violent?
Mr. Charmstrong, have you ever thought about growing a mustache? It might really distinguish you.
Is it true you're offering a reward for the facts leading to Maya's return?
That's right. Autographed movie posters for anyone and everyone who comes forward with a decent lead.
Yes, is it true that that Detective Nancy Drew is on the case?
Yes, Nancy Drew is investigating.
Is she available for comment?
It's a difficult situation. You see, Maya is a friend of Nancy's, and the personal connection, well, it may be clouding the detective's judgment. She's really on edge.
Isn't anybody around here concerned about the welfare of this magnificent theater? There's more than one life at stake today, you know. Okay, I'm sorry. Hey, press people, over here. If you want the real story, talk to me. Sorry, Miss Mueller, you'll have your photo op in a moment. Yeah, over here, down by my van.
I love how Nick, hijacks the press conference. Okay, now this lady, Eustacia Andropov, is a relative of Harry Houdini's. She is one of the most iconic phone characters, and I love her to pieces. Just the way she's like, Sherman Trout. You tell that Sherman Trout, Eustacia said. She sounds a bit like Anna Delvey. You look poor. You look like a detective. What are you doing? Trying to solve a mystery? Yes, actually, I am.
Yes, hello.
Hello, is this Eustacia Andropov?
Who else would it be? Everyone else is dead.
Oh, Mrs. Andropov, I'm sorry to bother you. I'm trying to find out some information about Harry Houdini. Is it true that you're his cousin?
Who wants to know?
Oh, I beg your pardon. My name is Nancy Drew. I'm a detective working on a case in St. Louis.
Harry was only my cousin by marriage, but my husband is dead, and so is Harry. So I guess that makes me nobody's cousin. Satisfied?
I'm researching Mr. Houdini's ownership of the Royal Palladium Theater. Would you know anything about this?
He owned it. Half of it anyway, for a few months. Then he died. Does that help?
Do you know what happened to his half? Did he sign it back over to J.J. Thompson?
Return it to James Jehoshaphat? Mr. Stupendous? Not on his life. Losing that man was Harry's greatest escape.
Did someone in Houdini's family inherit the theater?
Harry made a plan to give his half of the theater to someone he admired. A young magician, I assume. Perhaps a protege. I remember my husband telling me this.
Can you tell me anything more?
More? I'm 96 over here. I don't exactly have time to burn.
I know it was a long time ago, Mrs. Andropoff, but this is terribly important. My friend is in danger, and finding out what happened to Houdini's half of the theater may be my only hope of saving her.
Call the Library of Congress. Ask about the Houdini collection. There must be something in all of those letters. You tell that Sherman Trout, Eustacia said. You're not dead yet, Sherman, so get up and make yourself useful.
The Library of Congress. You don't happen to have that number, do you?
Well, I should have this letter from Sherman around here somewhere. Cat food coupons. Vincent Jacobs repair. Dear Eustacia. Here we go. Library of Congress, Washington, D.C. 202-555-5000.
Thanks, Mrs. Andropoff. You've been a great help.
Save it for my funeral.
Okay, let's give the Library of Congress a call.
Manuscripts.
I'm trying to reach Sherman Trout, please.
Speaking. How may I help you?
Hi, Mr. Trout. My name is Nancy Drew. I'm a detective working on a case that involves Harry Houdini and the Royal Palladium Theater in St. Louis. Eustacia Andropov recommended I call you.
Ah, yes. Eustacia was most helpful to us when we were assembling our Houdini collection. I presume you'd like to have a look at it?
Yes, please, Mr. Trout. I'm very interested.
Fine. Well, you'll just need to register with the library when you get here and fill out a request for the materials you wish to view. When your request has been processed, the materials will be delivered to one of our reading rooms where you can view them.
Mr. Trout, please let me explain. Unfortunately, there's no way for me to come to Washington, D.C. to do research. I'm hoping you could help me find a document.
Well, Miss Drew, I'm sorry if you have logistical constraints, but please understand my own limitations. The Library of Congress currently holds over 40 million items, contained in 10,000 separate collections. It's the largest and most comprehensive library in the world. I simply don't have time to run research errands for the individual citizens.
Mr. Trout, if I don't solve this case in a matter of hours, the building I'm standing in will be demolished and an innocent 19-year-old girl, a friend of mine, may lose her life. You may be my only hope.
Why is your friend in danger?
She was kidnapped by someone desperate to save this building from demolition.
And what can you possibly be hoping to find in the Houdini collection that would help matters?
Mr. Houdini was part owner of the theater, and I'm trying to find out who inherited his half or what became of it when he died. I'm hoping Houdini might have discussed it somewhere in his personal documents. If I can prove that the current owner is not legally the full owner, then maybe I can get the demolition stopped and save Maya.
I see. Well, this sounds urgent. I suppose I can take a look.
That would be such a help, Mr. Trout. If you find anything, could you overnight it to me at the Royal Palladium?
Well, I certainly can't send you the document itself. It's a historical artifact now. But I could send you a slide. What's the street address there, if I find anything?
It's 1330 Washington Avenue, St. Louis, Missouri, 63101. Please send the package in care of Nicholas Falcone or myself, Nancy Drew. I can't tell you how grateful I am, Mr. Trout. You might just be a lifesaver.
Miss Drew, I assure you, Sherman Trout is a man of his word.
Thanks so much. Bye.
Okay. Well, we've done what we can do. Let's go snoop around since everybody's out there for the press conference. Okay, so Joseph is gone. Nothing over here. Let's look over here. So that phone works. That's kind of interesting because the phone call that Nancy received, we're pretty sure came from the building, from the kidnapper. Dear Mr. Hughes, we received your letter inquiring about your brother Jacob Hughes. Unfortunately, he died 6 months ago. You'll be glad to know that he enjoyed his cigarettes to the end. Wow. But that's really sad because Joseph told us he was going to go live with his brother after, you know, everything happened with the theater being demolished. So, kind of weird. Why would he lie about that? Let's see. Let's see if we can look at this slide. So it's blurry, but if we change this, you can see it a little better. So we might end up using this projector a little bit later.
Something's missing here.
Okay, time to go snoop in other places real quick. While everyone's otherwise occupied. Let's see if I can turn around here. There we go. Okay, let's go to Simone's dressing room first. So Simone's phone is not working. Just file that away for later. Let's see what we have here. These pictures of Brady will never be not funny. Is that a double negative? Anyways, if you ain't Baroque, then take our tours. There's the curly wig. Brady in a chicken suit. Oh, what's this? Maya's press pass, found in the basement, which is what Brady originally said. And he's posing with it in different places. Something tells me this was Simone's idea. She had to have the best lighting for her star. Yuck. Let's look through here. Some business cards. Okay, I don't know who Georgie Bear is, but I pity that man because, yuck. Who would put up with Simone, honestly? Oh wow, what do we have here? A funeral wreath receipt. Oh, and she said nothing tacky. How considerate. Gosh. Wow. Now, to break into Simone's PDA, I think we just click the corners here. And then the middle, and voila. So we can look at her calendar and emails. So this is Maya's email. And she did email to set up an interview with Brady. So. And then we have some of Brady's fan mail. He was in a movie called Dr. Salsa, which sounds like a really interesting time. And they watched it 4 times in one day. Okay. Let's see. What's your problem? Brady, I've written you 22 emails and I haven't heard anything back. Teen Style Magazine says you care about your fans and you're not stuck up. So what's your problem? Right back. All caps. If you don't, I'm going to join Leif Jenkson's fan club instead of sometimes men who have ponytails are really just trying to cover up a bald spot. You don't have a bald spot, do you? Please tell. I promise I can keep a secret. Jeez, these people are invasive. Like, I wouldn't tell anybody if I had a bald spot. Hey Brady, what's up? I'm wondering what your next movie is going to be, but I'm also wondering, can you play the guitar? I think you should start a band. I'm in a band and we're called Senator Spanky. Cool, huh? You should be in one too. I bet you'd rock. Hi Brady. As far as dudes go, I'm probably your #1 fan. I'm also a young actor, 12 going on 13, and wondering if you have any tips for me. Again, your ponytail is cool. What kind of hair gel do you use? Oh my gosh. So I think that's all we can look at on Simone's PDA. But that's very telling. So she bought the funeral wreath. She's exactly who we think she is. A piece of work. So let's take this bobby pin with us, because you can never have too many bobby pins. Let's go through to Brady's dressing room. I wish I had a secret passageway in my house. That would be so cool. Captain Brady. So, I guess Brady's a Gemini. I don't think we can look at anything else in this book, but let's see. Let's try and open this drawer. Because this key doesn't work to it.
It's locked.
It's for something else later. So look at this. Stage Technician's Guide. So apparently there's some secret rooms in this theater. That's cool. I don't think we can click on anything else in this drawer. Yeah. Okay. Let's go back out here. Walk around back here. Oh. Okay. I'm gonna. Oh. Oh! Ah! Jeez. I should have backed up. Let's back up. Okay, can I back up? Come on. Nancy needs to go this way. Wait a minute. Okay. Okay, can I turn around? How do I...
Get smart, Nancy Drew. You're wasting precious time. Stop the demolition or you'll never see her again.
That was scary. That almost hit us. I mean, it really did hit us the first time. Oops. Nancy can take it. She's been hit in the head several times. But also, let's get up there to the projector room because somebody just threatened us. That was creepy, the timing of that. Let's see if anyone's in here. And of course, no one's here. But we can take a look at this soundboard here. So, according to that book, we need to put in a code first. So we need to put in 1, see, whoops, that light's still on. But you can also look out there and you can see those cages that are out there. Very cool. Okay. Let's go back down here. And we'll see. I don't think anyone's around still. Yeah. Let's go check this out. A secret passageway. Oh, and a loose light bulb. Maya.
Maya!
Oh, that's not good. Okay. Nobody knows we're down here. Great. Okay. So now, oh, trap. Let's just go down here. Oh.
These pieces won't budge.
Let's go this way.
Help! Is anybody out there?
Who's there?
It's Nancy.
Nancy? For goodness sakes. What are you doing down there? This chair seems to be stuck. Hold on, I'm greasing the wheels here.
I found a secret room under the stage. I've got to check it out.
Magician's room. I swear, Nancy, as long as I've worked here, I've never been able to find my way in there.
I found the door, but the pieces that open the door are stuck.
Here, try this. Hurry.
That's nightmare fuel. Okay, let's go put some WD-40 on this thing.
This should loosen things up.
And then basically we're supposed to get this piece, this rabbit piece, over all the way. Let's see here. And I think, let's move this one. There we go. Ah, there we go. Ta-da! And Maya's gone.
Her shoe! She was just here.
Ugh, I just missed her. Now, we can look around this room. Grab this.
Rubber is shockproof.
Magic props. I'm used to seeing magic props around my own house. Ugh. It's kind of cool. Some of the posters in this room look like some that I've seen at this hidden speakeasy magic club in Nashville. It's called House of Cards. It's a very cool place. Book on magic tricks. Okay. Let's see. I think that's everything that we can really look at. And I guess we want to go out this way. Oh no. The music just turned ominous. Something bad's gonna happen. Ugh.
The gate is electrified.
Well, now we know why Nancy said rubber is shockproof. So basically, we have to press these buttons until they all stay down. I did. Did I do this one or I did this one? Dang it. It was this one. Then that one. Then that one. Dang it. Crap. It's the 3, I think. Dang it, no! I was doing so good and then I got distracted. Crap. Is it this one? Good. That one. Okay, come on. Gonna get it, come on. It's... I was so close. Ugh. Okay, come on, come on. Get it. Dang it, Avery. Then this one. That one. This one. That one. And that one. Whew. When you're about to get electrified, electrocuted, it's a bit distracting. I'm just saying. Whoa.
Oh, Nancy! Hey!
I think the kidnapper just moved Maya to a new hiding place. Have you seen anything suspicious around here?
Wow, are you sure? I didn't see anything.
I found evidence that will prove that Maya's being held in this building.
Wow! Evidence. Where?
I'll talk to you later. I've got to get a hold of Sergeant Ramsey.
That was kind of creepy. Brady was just standing up there. Okay, let's go call the police.
St. Louis Police Department.
Missing persons unit, please.
Please hold. Missing persons, this is Ramsey.
Sergeant Ramsey, it's Nancy Drew.
Hi, Miss Drew.
I found Maya.
You found her? So the case is closed.
I found her, and then she disappeared again.
Good grief. This girl's a regular Houdini. All right. What have you got for me?
I found a secret room under the stage. I saw Maya through a peephole, but by the time I got into the room, she was gone. The kidnapper must have moved her.
A peephole, huh? Are you sure you saw her?
Sir, there's evidence. Pizza boxes and one of Maya's shoes. I left everything where it was so you could see for yourself.
So you think the kidnapper's been using this secret room as a base camp? Well, this is very interesting, Miss Drew. It sounds like you've been conducting quite a search.
Now will you please send someone over to investigate?
Yep. Just bear with me while I try to find an available car. Help is on the way, Miss Drew.
Great. Bye.
Finally. Nancy's been doing her jobs for him. Okay, so now I'll go ahead and break and we will come back for part 3 of this final scene walkthrough. See you soon.